What's going on, travel family? Adventure is near and far. You are tuned in to clearly another broadcast from Point Noir, and today we have a special session, a special episode for you. This is our Winner's Circle session, and actually it's our second one. So this is where we showcase all of our winners of our passport sponsorship. If you've been tuning into the channel, maybe this is your first time, maybe you've been with us for a while, but it can't be said enough. We sponsor a man of color to get his passport every single month. And this is the session where you get to meet them a little bit, hear about some of their journey, and really get an opportunity to be excited about all these men who are about to go out and see the world, become global travelers for the first time. So real quick, I'm going to introduce you to them by their first name and their Instagram handle, and then we're going to go into each of their interviews, and they'll be back to back. So after you hear the end of one interview, you will go into the second, then the third, and then the fourth. So we have 4 winners here in this edition of our Winner's Circle. The first one is Gabe. You can follow him on Instagram at Black Spades Media. We have Micah. You can follow him on IG at I am Micah David. Then we have Kevin. You can follow him on IG at HeavyRider25. And finally, last but not least, we have Daryl. You can find him on IG under The Life of Daryl. So each of these men are just going to share a little bit about their experience, some of their challenges, and this is an opportunity that if you certainly don't have your passport yet, you can learn from their experience. And if you're just a fan of travel, if you're a fan of black men going out and doing their thing in the world, men of color in general, then yeah, this is just a fun little thing for you to get to hear more of their stories. And the best part is, once they take their first trip, we readily invite them back on the show to share that experience with us. And we'll get into that later on throughout these interviews. So as always, grab your refreshing beverage of choice, find your favorite cozy corner on your couch, sit back, and let's enjoy today's Winner's Circle. It's going to be some great stuff coming up. I'll see you on the flip side. Yo, what's going on, Gabe? Thanks for joining us today at The Point. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Really good, actually. How about yourself?
Man, I'm great. And the reason why we got you on the line today is because you're one of our passport winners, bro. Congratulations again.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. And shout out to you for taking advantage of the opportunity. I never overlook that fact because, again, it's just, just a little podcast. Someone says they're going to give you their passport. It might sound too good to be true,
Right. And I appreciate you coming through for that. You real for that.
Absolutely, bro. We try. So I want to hear a little bit about, some of your travel experience, what you're looking forward to with your passport, and see where you are in the process.
As far as my traveling experience, it probably goes back to college. That was my first time actually getting on the plane. And I went to Kansas. I was a part of our Black student government body. And that was my first trip on a plane. And I just realized, like, hey, I need to travel more. Like, this is cool. I like experiencing and seeing new things. And so that kind of transpired into me once I graduated from college. Once I guess, joined the work field, so to speak, that's when I started to make it a point to go somewhere every year. And for the longest, I would go to DC and New York at least once a year.
Yeah.
So, and then once I became an entrepreneur, it kind of slowed down because you got to kind of focus on your business.
You got to be there. Yeah.
And so here I am now.
That's what's up. So where are you in your passport process? And what city are you coming out of right now so everybody knows?
Oh, I'm coming out of Dallas, Texas, man. The great city of Dallas.
That's what's up, Triple D. Yeah, I'm calling it home now. So
okay. Yeah, Jerry, we welcome you. We appreciate you being here. I was about to say, as far as you asked specifically about my passport process.
Yeah, how's that process been? Have you started it? Was the paperwork confused? And I just want, the person listening to this to get a sense of any real challenges. Like how difficult is it to get a passport?
I was going to say the process so far has been easy. I'll say this, like, I guess coming from an inexperienced traveler's perspective, it just seemed overwhelming just from the outside looking in. Just imagining the idea of getting a passport, them needing to verify that you're okay to go to other countries, and just kind of the idea of it, along with all of the, I guess, like the urban legends that come with, not urban legends, let me not say that. I'll say maybe the things that you're told that's not actually true about traveling. Oh, if you go here, you'll have to get shots and this and that. It was a lot at first, but it was more so like once I kind of got that push from you, Jerry, and my girlfriend, Cause she's been had her passport, she's been traveling. I was just like, man, when I
Yeah.
start back traveling, like I want to be ready. And then I ended up getting booked to DJ in Jamaica, so it's like I have to get one now. And so yeah, it's been cool. The only part that I probably say I didn't like was probably the picture part, because I went in there to CVS and I was like, hey, how much did it cost? And the manager lady was like, oh, it's only $8. I was like, cool. Snapped it, bam. And then I ended up having to pay $17 for it, $16 or $17. So I was a little mad about that because I'm a photographer and I easily could have took
Right.
a picture of myself with a white backdrop, but I just was I didn't know I actually had to have a picture right then and there. So anywho, outside of that, went up there. They took the 110, and I was expecting it to be like, oh, 110, oh, and some quarters, or just a potential problem. And it went
Right.
smooth. I had everything I needed, including the picture. So it worked out fine. No issues.
That's what's up. I thought you were going to say the picture because you didn't like the face you were making, but I understand CVS out here being a little shady with their prices.
I was like, man, I could have printed this for 75 cents. I could have took my own picture and printed it for 75 cents.
Right. And just to make sure, because I don't actually remember myself, we covered that for you too, right? You sent me that receipt.
Yes, you all covered. Yeah, you all covered everything.
Cool. Just making sure. I'm like, damn. Sometimes I don't be knowing, man. I just want to make sure that you're taken care of, so I don't even question the numbers. You might have put a bag of chips on that receipt. I don't know, man. I just want you to get to where you're going.
I appreciate it.
So outside of, and shout out to the women in our lives out here helping us become better men, because they're so constant on the show. Hey, my girl's traveling, or I saw this chick I want to travel with, so I went up and got my passport. I think that might be what it takes, bro. I've been looking at this whole thing wrong.
Hey man, hey, women are a big motivator, especially if she really means something to you.
Yeah.
That pressure comes in terms of like, hey, I want to go here, out of the country. And it's like, dang, like I want to be able to travel with you, or at least have the opportunity to.
Absolutely. So right now, your passport, you're waiting for it to come back?
Yes, I've submitted all my information. Everything was approved so far. And so, yeah, I'm just waiting for it to come back to me.
Okay, that's what's up. So looking forward, what are you excited about with your passport? You mentioned this gig in Jamaica. I know it's going to be a turn up with you on the ones and twos.
Oh, man.
But what else are you looking forward to beyond the work stuff? Do you think that, having a passport is going to benefit your life?
Oh, for sure. Because I feel like every time I travel somewhere, I never come back the same. I always come back with new ideas, new visions. Almost like a renewing kind of situation. Even in times when I'm working and traveling, if ever I get an opportunity to kind of like just get some hours to just kind of explore and just see stuff, I can't describe it. It's a great feeling, but I can't describe it. But it's like one of my top feelings in the world to just explore and be there and just be in the moment in these different places.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. And do you have a dream travel location? Like, do you have a dream trip or a place you gotta see?
Man, of course, the motherland. Definitely got to go back to Africa eventually. Okay. But also, I don't really know exactly where these places lie, but they're like places with like either really clear water and like really nice sand. I know there are a bunch of places like that, or spaces to where it's like just rolling hills, like plains. Like I wouldn't mind going to like Ireland. I want to go to Amsterdam eventually, Prague, just different places. South America eventually as well, Colombia. Like it's a long list.
That's what's up, bro. Well, I'm glad you got plenty of ideas, plenty of ammo. I know you're active in the social media space as well, so you'll be seeing the travel feeds. And listen, man, can't wait to have you back on the show as a featured guest for after you come back from your first trip abroad, man. It's going to be dope.
I can't wait to share that experience with you all.
Absolutely. You see, we out here, we getting the lock on the exclusive interview. Like nobody going to talk to Gabe until we have talked to Gabe. That's how it works.
And I'm going to tell you the real. I'm going to give you everything I can, the ups, the downs, the goods, the really goods, all of that.
Right. The highs, the mids, and the lows. I feel you, bro.
All of it.
That's what's up, man. Well, dude, thanks for taking a couple minutes to share your experience with us. I'm sure it's going to inspire and encourage a brother out here going through the same process. So, bro, safe travels. Can't wait to talk to you when you get back, and we'll catch you next time.
Okay, most definitely, man. Thank you again, Jerry. Blessings, my brother.
Anytime, bro. I'll talk to you soon. Yo, what's going on, Daryl? Hope you're feeling good, man. Thanks for joining us today at The Point. What's good with you?
Nothing much, man. Feeling great. How about yourself?
Man, enjoying this good weather out here. First and foremost, tell the people where you're hitting us up from. Where are you calling from?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. That's what's up. And it's correct that you are one of our passport winners.
Yes, that is correct.
That's what's up, bro. Congratulations. As everyone tuning in knows, this is our winner's circle, but I can't say congratulations enough for taking that step, for trusting a random dude from the internet, and we've met in person, but still, it's still kind of silly that people out here giving out passports a little bit, I think, conceptually,
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about it, man. How did you hear about the passport situation? How did you enter? What was that experience like for you?
Heard about it from McKinley and my girlfriend, and it was, she told me about it. Oh, he works with passports, and maybe you should give it a shot and see what happens from it. So, I waited to the last second, of course, and, went through the process and tweeted it at the screenshot and just happened to win. Was looking up to win. So, very grateful for that part.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's going on with this whole last minute thing? Because I see it a lot. I mean, we've been doing this for several months now, but the last minute, what took so long?
I'm guessing it's more like a tentative process of kind of I really don't, just going through the notions of, whatever. But then once you think about it and the opportunities that can come from it, and I guess the initial thought is what will convince someone to, be tentative about it. That's how it was for me.
Okay. So could you dive into that a little bit more? So what changed for you? Why'd you do it?
Just thinking about spots I always wanted to go to, places I always wanted to go to, and you need a passport, to travel internationally. So it was, what's the point of, not giving myself a shot through this, through the giveaway, if, I have these thoughts of wanting to go to these places and have to do it on my own eventually anyway. So, I felt like just deep thought and just recently started traveling myself, and it just made too much sense to just go ahead and try.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are some spots that are on your bucket list for travel, your dream destinations?
Paris would be one of them.
Okay.
Tokyo and Ireland is the number one, top place.
Okay, you said that was Ireland?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, man, I'm glad you were able to hold on to those, inspirational ideas in your head, or at least those ambitions, and take that step. Again, shout out to you. And I hope you make those destinations. So where are you right now in your passport process?
Everything is set. Everything's good. You just have to find somewhere to go and book it and, hop on the plane and travel.
So everything's good as in you have your passport?
Yes, I have a passport. I received it in, I think it was January, the middle of January. It's really quick process. Took about 3 weeks, I think 2 or 3 weeks from the point of setting an appointment and receiving it in the mail. So a lot faster than I anticipated.
Wow. And that was through the government shutdown too.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Do you remember what that process was like? Did you have any areas that were difficult for you, or was it just smooth from end to end?
It was actually pretty smooth. Went downtown and went early in the morning, back when the office first opened, and it was literally like a 5-minute process. But I guess because I prepared and went to Walgreens, got my passport picture beforehand. So when I went to my appointment, it was, like I said, in and out process. Just signing the little application, handing it over, and I was out in 5 minutes.
Let's back this up just a little bit, because we've been talking for a minute. You're in Dallas. We've met and hung out a couple times. So I don't remember it going exactly so smoothly, because I remember hitting you up and you were like, hey, I'm trying to get this done. And then I was like, cool, did you do it? And you were like, nah. What kind of issues did you run into before making your appointment at your passport office?
More so was mainly timing. I just didn't set aside proper time to get things done, or no, it was just, I guess my life was just very busy at the moment, but it took me a while to set aside the time to do it. Me just anticipating that it's going to be like a long process and things like that. So.
Okay. Were there any specific details that you didn't have prepared or you had to find? So imagine somebody is hearing about this process for the first time and is maybe a little bit intimidated, but you went through it. What did you have to find and collect to bring to your appointment to get your passport?
Looked up information myself about, the application process and what all would be needed. And I now remember my hiccup was my birth certificate. That's what it was. Now that I think about it, it was my birth certificate. Didn't know if my mom still was in possession of it or if I had it, but the whole time, I had it in the possession and I was able to find it, locate it. And once I did that, then that's when I was able to present my 2 forms of identification for it.
Okay. And what was your other form of identification? So now people kind of know they need 2 forms. One of them, does it have to be your birth certificate, or are there other options?
I'm not really For sure, I don't remember. Like I said, it was January, but I know for sure that I had
Sure.
my Social Security and my birth certificate on me as a just in case. So I'm pretty sure my
Okay.
ID served as, I'm pretty sure I could have used either my birth certificate or my social with my ID. I think
Okay.
that's what it was, like a physical identification along with a paper form.
That's what's up. At least give some awareness, man. I appreciate you sharing that. I know I'm digging at you just a little bit, but it's only because we talked about it. I was on the phone. I was like, my guy, like, what is going on? But yeah, make sure you at least know where, even if you're not getting a passport, know where your birth certificate is, your social security, and have, some regular ID on you. So how
Hmm.
did you feel when your passport came in faster than you expected?
Quite unexpected. I had a feeling I wasn't expecting it to come in so quickly to the point to where I was surprised. Like, why do I have priority mail in my mailbox?
Right. What did I
Then I
order?
got to looking at it. I was like, yeah, what did I order? Like, I haven't bought anything online or anything. So I was like, oh crap, this could be my passport. So opened it up and was very excited, because I never even touched a passport physically ever until
Yeah.
mine's, which, is a pretty good feeling just going through the book and seeing what it was like. So it was a very exciting moment.
Seeing all those empty pages and just being like,
Yeah.
damn, I got to fill all this. All right, let's get it. That's what's up, bro. So you haven't yet traveled or done anything internationally, but do you have plans to maybe in this coming year or anything on the books?
Probably not this year, but if I do get the opportunity to get around to this year, I'm thinking about stepping out on a limb and most likely going to Ireland in November, around the fall time here. So that's very idealistic for me.
Okay. That's what's up, man. But it's step by step, one foot in front of the other. At least you have the access, the possibility with your passport. And we celebrate that, man. And congratulations again. This has been dope. And I think you shared some great perspective on the process. Before we round out and sign off, man, do you have any words of advice or encouragement for somebody who was maybe in a similar situation when they were debating to even enter the contest or debating, researching, getting their passport? Anything you'd say out there to other men of color?
Yes, don't be afraid to be aggressive in this situation and open your mind up to all that you can experience from traveling because you don't know until you know, until you do the research. So get on YouTube, use a hashtag on Instagram, figure out what country that you want to go to. Just look at pictures and sites and travelers sharing their experience with the world and with the internet and just dive into it and then make a good check decision. Why not?
That's what's up, bro. We'll definitely appreciate that transparency, those words of wisdom, and hopefully we will have you back sooner than not for your own feature session here at the Point Noir podcast, so we can hear about your first experience abroad.
Plan on it. I definitely plan on looking forward to that.
Absolutely, man. You know where to find us. But until next time, bro, be safe, and we'll check in with you soon.
All right, appreciate it. You too.
Yo, what's going on, Kevin? Thanks for joining us today at the Point. How are you feeling?
Not bad, man. It's a wonderful day. About yourself, boss?
Man, I'm feeling easy. Excited you're on the show to talk about your experience getting your passport, man. Excited that you're a winner. How's it feel?
It feels great, man. It's awesome.
That's what's up, bro. So before we even get too far into the discussion, tell people where you're coming from.
All right, so I'm actually from Las Vegas, Nevada, man.
Shout out to Vegas, out there, fancy.
Right.
That's what's up, man. So first things first, how did you hear about the passport opportunity?
I actually heard about it through a friend of mine. He posted it up on Twitter, which was actually where I applied at.
Okay, that's what's up. I don't do a lot on Twitter, but maybe I should because it made a winner out of you. It could, could be an opportunity,
Right.
That's what's up, bro. So I always love to give, due props to y'all who won for even taking the opportunity because it sounds crazy, right? Like someone's just going to give you a free passport.
Yeah, it really does, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was real skeptical when a buddy of mine told me about it, and I was like, "Nah, dude. Like you're playing. Like you can't be serious. Like no one's honestly giving away a passport." And then he popped up with his, and I was like, "Yeah, maybe I will give it a shot."
Right? Why not? That's awesome, man. But yeah, it takes that courage. It takes that initiative, even though it seems so simple, right? Just hit me up on there with the tweet, but you did it, and I mean that's a step that many people haven't taken. So like, real talk, congratulations for doing that.
Oh man, thank you, brother.
Of course, man. Anytime. So what's your passport experience been like up to this point? Have you applied? Did you get the paperwork even? Where are you at in the process?
So I've already applied. I've got the passport back already. I've actually even taken my first trip.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Yes, sir. You are actually our first winner to take your first trip using a passport. And like, that's super dope. So for you listening, we're going to have another show that just features Kevin to talk about his first international experience. But just real quick as a teaser, like, how was it? Was it good? Was it bad?
It was amazing, man. I can't even lie. It was probably one of the one of the best trips I've ever had, like in my life. Like, and I'm not haven't been one to really travel much, but it was amazing to say the least.
That's awesome to hear, bro. So that'll be the little teaser clip for now. Everybody else will have to tune in to hear the full story, and I can't wait to spend the time talking about it. Talking about travel in general, why did you want to leave the country? Were you inspired? Were you just tired of what was going on in Vegas? What was it that kind of drove that decision for you?
For me, it's kind of always been right around one of those childhood things I always wanted to do. I kind of always wanted to expand and see other cultures, different things outside of my original box. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. Anything in particular? Do you have any destinations you really want to hit? Now that you've kind of gotten a taste for it, have you just realized that there's so many more possibilities than you realized before?
It really is, man. So one of my main true life passion destinations would have to be France. I studied French for 2 years in high school, whatever. And ever since then, I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah, shout out to the French gang. I slept through French for 2 years in high school, so I can definitely relate to being enrolled in class. That's awesome, man. That's a beautiful thing. And what was your process like getting your passport? Was the paperwork difficult? Was it confusing? Can you talk people through that a little bit?
No, ironically enough, man, that process was actually pretty smooth. It was just basically going online, figuring out which actual post location here actually accepted them and everything like that. And then, I mean, once you did all of that, you basically filled everything out online. Once you printed everything, it printed with all your information. You just drop that off with the payment and just wait.
That's super dope. And again, the payment was provided by the Point Noir podcast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We try not to play games with this. We know we take it seriously. So we make sure you have your money. You didn't pay for anything. And how did you decide on your first destination? I don't want you to tell us where it was, but how did you decide that, okay, I'm ready to take my trip? Because being the first man to buy a trip for himself, we've been giving out passports for a minute now. You're the first. So what was the motivation? What was the inspiration on that one?
So I won't give out what the destination was until the full talk. But the destination actually came about because me and my wife were looking at birthday destinations, and that's pretty much how it came about. Man, we were looking at something for her, and the dates actually got pushed out, so it got pushed out right into my birthday. So we left on March 24th.
Wow, and you just got back not too long ago.
Yep,
that's awesome. So did your wife already have her passport?
She did.
Wow, we're going to probably talk about this more in the session, but it's really interesting. You're the second person in this recent round of winners who has been inspired by their, significant other, girlfriend, wife, what have you, who's already had their passport. And just to keep up with her, you said, I need to get this done. That's what's up. Shout out to the influential women, being positive in our lives and shit.
Hey, exactly, man. Hey, where would we be without them?
Exactly. Our asses would be at home. Clearly at home. That's what's up, man. Well, is there anything else you wanted to share with, someone tuning in who hasn't gotten their passport yet? Maybe kind of a revelation you had, or just, a word of inspiration for somebody debating it?
I definitely would say definitely take that leap. You know what I mean? It's definitely one of those experiences to where, you don't realize how much of a life-changing situation just having that passport is until you have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And now that you have it, because I've had the photo of you with it for a while. We'll post that up on the IG on our highlights. Do you feel any differently? Like for me, my passport is one of the most valuable things I own, easily like top 3. How do you feel about your passport now that you have it? Is it something you want to keep safe and guard? Like, has it changed your identity a little bit?
It has, man. I feel like my passport gives me, a level of status almost, man. Like I'm prideful of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as far as something that I cherish, man, I keep it right next to my gun. Safety first.
Safety first, my guy. I respect the hell out of that, bro, and I can definitely relate. Well, dude, I'm so glad we got a few minutes to share your story as part of our Winner Circle number 2. I'm super proud, super excited for you, and I can't wait to do your full feature interview here at the Point Noir podcast.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate everything.
Absolutely, bro. All right, we'll talk to you soon and real soon. And until then, keep an eye on that passport and that gun.
Most def.
Yo, what's going on, Micah? Thanks for joining us today at The Point. How are you feeling today, bro?
Hey, man, I'm feeling really good today, Jerry. How's yourself?
Man, I'm great. It's cool because everybody on this round of Winner Circles has been super considerate, asking me how I'm feeling. Listen, man, we're here to talk about you, to congratulate you, to hear your story about how you won our passport. So you're one of our passport winners, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What a great
How's it feel,
opportunity.
man? How's it feel? Was it like, did you level up? Did you get superpowers? You go Super Saiyan?
Man, yeah, I was actually really, really live, man. It's been something I've been talking about doing for a long time, and I finally, got an opportunity to do it. So, Super Saiyan right now.
That's what's up, bro. Over 9,000, and can't shout you out enough for actually taking the opportunity. Whatever, insecurities or uncertainty you had, you overcame that in that moment, man. And that's a sign of someone who's ready to be out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to take those first steps.
Without a doubt, man. I'm a go getter. Sometimes you just need that little assistance, man. Sometimes you need that Steve Nash no looker. So I appreciate you
Exactly,
with
bro.
that.
Of course, bro. And I mean, these are the type of people we attract. So we're glad you're part of the family now. So tell me where you're coming from.
Dallas, Texas, representing Dallas, Texas.
That's what's up, Triple D. A lot of our people lately have been from Dallas, but I'm not mad at it. Listen, everybody's got a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's equal opportunity out here.
Yes, sir. We just trying to take advantage as much as we possibly can.
That's what's up, man. And how'd you hear about the opportunity?
A couple of friends were following social media platforms, and one of my friends won, and I thought it would. I mean, I'm all about traveling and seeing my people travel, so I followed on, and then I got this opportunity. So I'm glad I was, I followed a trend. I'm not big of a trend follower, but I'm glad I followed this trend.
Right. And it worked out. Shout out to good friends, people who inspire you to do greater things, to see more stuff in your life, man. That's another kudos to you. And what was the process like? Like, what did you think when you submitted your entry? Were you nervous? Were you unsure? How'd you feel?
Well, I normally don't win, so I was just like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I felt like everything I was sharing my genuine thoughts about why I want to, travel and things like that. So I was like, a very low risk, high reward type of situation.
Right.
The reward came in the form of me winning finally something. So I was really excited about that.
That's what's up, man. Hopefully a series of more W's are coming your way. And where are you right now in your passport process?
This last week, I actually submitted my application.
Okay.
So I'll be waiting about 5 weeks till I receive it, and I'll be on. Already have a trip planned for the end of June, so super excited about that.
That's what's up, man. You want to share where you're headed to?
Yes, I'm going to the Dominican Republic to work on a philanthropy trip to see how nonprofits work in other countries.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So proud of you for already having something mapped out. I mean, that handles that. Anywhere else you want to go after the Dominican, or are you going to check it out and see if travel's really for you?
I already know travel's for me, man. I'm just trying to weigh the options. I want to find some cost-effective trips, some beaches. I want to be on plenty of beaches, be places where there's some good food. One of my top places I want to go is Brazil.
Okay.
So South America's on the radar, and also Indonesia and somewhere in Africa. I've heard a lot of great things about South Africa, but definitely want to go into the Central Africa areas of the continent as well to kind of experience some of that culture as well.
Okay, and then you got the North, you got the West, you got is a lot of Africa to go around, my guy.
There's a lot of Africa. When you see it on a map, you see how big Africa really is. You're just like, wow.
And the maps don't even do it justice, bro. They don't even do it justice.
For sure.
So let's dive into the process a little bit. Did you have any stumbling blocks or places where you found challenges just in terms of getting your passport and making it to this step?
Well, I think it was quite an easy process. In Dallas, we have one of those walk-in places. Okay. We have a place where we can actually just walk in. All you need is like your birth certificate, driver's license. And so I was able to, see what I needed. And when I went up there, it was really easy. I was in line maybe 15 minutes, got my picture, and I was out of there. So really seamless process. I don't know why it took so long to do it. As much as I work, I've had the money for a long time. I think it was just the not knowing where I wanted to go was holding me back from just acquiring the passport, which isn't necessarily the smartest thing.
It's okay though, man. That's real. That's transparent. And I can relate to that. And I'm sure others can as well. So I appreciate you being candid in that way. And did all your checks clear from the Point Noir podcast? Did they all work out?
Oh, yeah, man. Everything worked out, man. I wasn't even, skeptical or anything. I feel like we got to trust our fellow brothers and sisters when they're putting us on opportunities. I think in our community, we are very skeptical about opportunities that our own people provide us. But I was just like, I'm big on trust, and I trust my brothers and sisters to deliver, and I trust my community. So I was excited to have that opportunity, and I'd love to, continue to advocate for this opportunity and support you and your in your initiative as well.
Yeah, man, it's about, everyone moving together, moving forward together. And yeah, I definitely appreciate the support. And I'm glad we could take care of you because that's a big deal, when it comes to business and sometimes how our community does business, depending on wherever your situation is, we don't always execute and follow through. So coming through for y'all, the show, the community coming through for you specifically, that's super important to me. We wouldn't have a show without it.
Most definitely. I'm big about community, man. I'm big about community. So appreciate you being a forward thinker. And, I look at it as being a problem solver. I think we need to get out of this country, a country that doesn't necessarily always show us what our value is. And I believe that there's places in this world that know exactly how valuable we are. And we need to kind of get a taste of that in order for us to realize our full potential.
Right. And an individual taste on a personal level, because it's going to hit everybody differently. I think you're 100% right on that. 100% correct.
Agree.
So before we round out, would you have any words of advice or sage wisdom now that you've kind of taken this first step towards being a global traveler to share with anybody that might be listening or kind of debating getting their passport or even submitting for our, free sponsorship?
Yeah, man. I think one of my quotes that I've been riding with since the beginning of this year is you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I mean, it doesn't hurt to submit your feelings on why you want to travel and what do you think the benefits are. But also, I think making sure that we prioritize, how we spend our money. I think a passport is one of those investments, whether you're traveling this year or waiting till next year or in the years to come, like just get it because you never know. It's kind of like having a rainy day fund. You want to have that passport just in case. You might need to go ahead and use that, or somebody might gift you with an opportunity to travel somewhere and you don't even have your passport. So that hookup that you probably had just went out the window because you didn't even have the access that you could have already had prior to. So shoot your shot, get your passport, and be ready. Stay ready so you never have to get ready.
That's what's up, bro. A little bit of Wayne Gretzky right there. That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm from Philly.
You got to pull it in from everywhere, man. You got to pull it in from everywhere.
That's right. 215-610 represent East Coast. We out here.
In the words of my boy Spice Adams, that's a for sure right on.
Day one, my guy. Dude, this has been awesome. I cannot wait to have you on your feature session to hear about your experience and what you're up to, because it sounds like it's involved. It sounds like, you're definitely a forward-thinking brother as well. So I'd love to hear what you have and have you share it with the rest of our audience. So can't wait for that to happen. You know the number, you know how to get a hold of me. And bro, be safe, travel well, and we'll see you next time.
For sure, Jerry, man. Take care. God bless everybody.
There you have it, travel family. Thank you so much to Gabe, Micah, Kevin, and Daryl for carving out just a few minutes so we could get to know them better. I really appreciate it, fellas. And again, like I've been saying through all those sessions, you probably got sick of it. I can't congratulate you enough. I'm just thrilled and excited for the opportunities that now await you since you've taken these steps to get your passport. So can't wait to collect all these stories and share them with everyone. And I'm sure the whole Point Noir family community is behind you. And one thing, especially when I was editing the show, that I wanted to kind of share or discuss was like, okay, what the hell do we learn about all of this? And it's some kind of fun takeaways. Like, there's definitely fear and inhibition and doubts, even when it comes to a free passport. And I definitely understand that and have great empathy, which is why I'm so glad these men were not only brave enough and courageous enough to take the step, but then come back on the show and share their story to hopefully inspire somebody. So it's normal if things feel uncomfortable. That's one of the beautiful things about travel. You get to be in that space, you get to learn more about yourself, learn more about the world, and a lot of shit is really uncomfortable. So these men take the step. I definitely salute them for that. And that's one consistent thing. They had doubts throughout the process. Is the check on a clear? Do I have the information I need? What if I fill out a piece of paperwork wrong? Like, that's very real. And they did it anyway. And I hope that you can see them as examples that if they could do it and be honest and transparent about their feelings, that you can do it too. The other really, really funny thing is that so many men are inspired by the influential women in their lives. And again, shout out to all the women and significant others, could be women, men, whatever, that influence you to be a better person. Keep good people in your circle. A lot of these people heard about the opportunity because one of their friends had won or had been involved or knew me or saw the account, and they put them on game. Like, that's how you level up. Keep good people in your circle. Keep that positive energy. Keep people around who are going to kick you in the ass a little bit. And if you need a little bit of an ass kicking, hit me up. I do it gladly and for free. But that's how I've gotten to where I've been. That's how these men have all even gotten their passports now, or are on the process of getting their passports. They had people in their circle, whether it be significant others, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, who inspired them to take the next step, to do something they wouldn't normally have done. So from my personal experience, like, seriously, shout out to the sisters, because dead ass, we'd be sitting on the couch at home if y'all weren't doing some dope shit. So I love that women are out here traveling, especially women of color, just out here crushing the game. And I think eventually, surely but surely, these men are going to catch on and be like, hey, if I'm going to get her attention, or if I want to hang out with her for what she does for fun, I'm going to need to at least get my passport. So thought I'd share those 2 takeaways. After the edits, I was like, damn, we really be out here doing things for other people. And, you know, you got to keep good people in your circle. So watch who you're around, watch who influences you, watch how people progress over time, and see if these are the people that are going to push you to your next level. If they are, keep them close. If they're not, it's no problem getting a little bit of distance. So as you clearly know by now, if you're listening to this point, we sponsor men of color to get their passports every single month. If that's you, if that's someone you know, if that's someone you care about, and I'm almost talking to like the women or the significant others out here. If you got someone, your boo, you know he doesn't have a passport, yo, put him on game. Hit me up directly at Jerry the Third on Instagram, or hit us up at Point Noir Show on IG. We have all the information. I'll talk to him. I'll give him the details, and I'll let him know that's his ass. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to roll with the, you know, with the big dogs. He needs to get his passport. I can share that message for you if that helps. But seriously, if there's someone you can influence, if there's someone that you are a positive example for in their life, and you know and understand and believe in the benefits of international travel and just having a passport, then please share the message. We're here to gladly serve this section of the community in this way, and we definitely can appreciate your help in doing so. So that all being said, cannot wait to see you all here again at Point Noir with another amazing guest coming up next week. Every Tuesday, you know where to find us. And as always, this has been Jerry the Third, aka Kimono Jack, and I'm signing off. Y'all stay safe.